Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be joined by innovative promoter Al Siesta from Metrics in Southampton. How are you, Al?
I'm very well, bro. Exhausted, but very pleased. And I'm here, man. I'm still here.
Good stuff. Cold Wars Dwa, Cold Wars 2 coming up. First of all, I want to talk to you a little bit about Cold Wars 1. Your opinion on how it went, what you learned, and the general perception of the show.
The most lesson I had, it's in terms of production values, such as lighting, for example. It's never enough lighting, and now I know what to do. Can you hear me well, by the way?
Yeah, you're perfect, man. You're perfect.
First of all, nice to see you again.
You too, mate. You too.
Nice to see you, bro. Yeah. I mean, learned a lot, you know. I mean, the ring branding was very good. It was branded very well. And Parry Match, the bookmakers who worked with us at the time, were very pleased, and everyone. So we delivered on that sense. And the lighting could have been better, but now it will be spectacular, trust me.
Yeah.
This upgrade is coming. The television channel is fully behind us. They said, let's do it properly this time. So they believed the concept. In the beginning, it was a trial. Cold Wars 1 was a trial. Now it will be a real deal. So hopefully fights will live up to the expectations of the fans.
Yeah. The first show was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. Considering with what's going on in the world at the moment, man, you had a lot of mountains to climb. Yeah, so I was surprised, to be honest. I said to James, who's the head of content at Pro Boxing Fans, I said, I don't know if it's going to happen. And then it came off. But that was only because I wasn't really talking. I couldn't really talk to anyone about it. So Belarus, Minsk. Apparently a great city. I've never been. You're back there again, even during interesting times. I don't really want to get into the politics of stuff, but that relationship with that country, they seem to be very keen to have you back.
Like any country. Any country I visited, they're really eager to have me back. You know that. Listen, Latvia, the same thing. Do you remember when I came to Latvia?
Yeah. Well, I'm still here now.
I'm delighted that it's like a rose that excels. It's flowered beautifully. I mean, Richard Bolotnik beaten Jose Burton the other day. Myris Bredis rode the fight against Dorticus. Latvian boxing is on the up. And I truly believe that. I put the start to it. I mean, not very modest statement, but we were one of the pioneers, Siesta boxing, who started all that thing, you know. So we're now in Belarus. It's a lovely country, great federation. Yes, they had an election. It's a bit of unrest there every Sunday. I can tell you that it's a peaceful protest. Apart from that, people go to work, enjoying their evenings in restaurants. 6 days a week or 7 days a week. In fact, this Sunday, they were going to protest, but then they decided not to do so. So it wasn't any protest. So guys, don't believe what you see on TV. We're talking English TV, Russian TV, American TV. Ain't no shit happening in Belarus. I'm telling you now. It's a peaceful, beautiful country. And you know what? The elections, do we care about politicians? No.
Yeah, I can.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I used to sing this line saying like, "We musicians ain't no politicians." Do you know what I mean? Something like that. So this is the same. I mean, leave politics alone. Let them play their games. This is not for us. We're boxing promoters. Yeah. We're boxing managers, and our job is to put great events for television and for public to enjoy the content, not to participate in any bullshit like that. You know.
Yeah, that's not any of our jobs. Other people are paid to do that. I wanted to make one point on that, and then we'll move on about that. It's funny, people were saying like, "Ooh, Belarus." Well, my opinion is the people of Belarus are a bit more, if not a lot more, freer than many people in Europe with what's going on.
Man,
you're allowed to go out and do stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Can I tell you about Belarus? This is a funny reference. Belarus is like that very beautiful innocent virgin surrounded by hungry wolves. And hungry wolves, I'm talking about Western Europe and Eastern Europe. This is the only territory that resembles Soviet Union, where women wearing very elaborate and classy dresses, nice shoes. It's like being in 1970.
Really?
Honestly, honestly, ask Brits who went there. It's wonderful. The food is fantastic. Hotels nice. The politeness on the next level. The people are so vibrant. They're so happy to talk to you, to see you. It's just love is all around.
No, they're good people.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's a lot in Latvia.
Exactly. Why wouldn't I come back in there? Why wouldn't I come back in there and stage more events when federation is great? Really nice standard of boxing. They know they're boxing. So why not? Why not? Why would I go anywhere else? Especially somewhere where I'm not welcome.
Yeah, okay.
Why would I?
Also, you got good, the visa thing is good in Belarus, isn't it? Like anyone can fly in now.
You don't need any for 30 days.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You don't need any for 30 days.
So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Yeah, so I can't remember who it was, but some of the English guys with their trainers were taking videos, going for a walk around Belarus. It looked amazing.
Wonderful.
It looked like Riga. It looked quite a lot like Riga.
Exactly. You took out of my mouth. It reminds me of Riga at good days, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, Belarusian people are fantastic. Yeah. I've worked with a couple of them.
Joe Gallagher and we talked recently before him flying to Riga, and he goes, "What do you think of the city?" I said, "Mate, whilst you land there and you check Riga out, you will fall in love forever. This is the destination where you will keep coming back again and again."
And he did. And he did. He did. He absolutely loved it here. They couldn't believe it. I spoke to Joe yesterday doing an interview.
Yeah.
Weren't over the moon about the judges, but yeah, they but
Bolotnik still won the fight though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Won the fight. I mean Jose underperformed. I don't know. Was very timid, very indecisive. I thought you can't fight Eastern Europeans like that.
Yeah, Bolotnik
you need to bring bollocks to the table. You can't fight Eastern Europeans like that. No way. You know?
But you've worked with Richard a lot, obviously. He's been on something.
Of course, I know Richard very well.
He's a good man.
Very well, yeah.
He's a good
very
man.
Nice guy. Listen, so you understand the levels. Richard used to be a professional barman.
Yeah.
And a part-time kickboxer. And this is the guy who is now WBO European champion and just beat Jose Burton.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just saying.
And also
believe
knocked
in
out
human
Stephen
miracle.
Ward.
Exactly.
Amen. So
there you go.
In fact, do you remember the first show we commentated on out here, the first time I did it? And I did it with you.
Yeah.
And which was very nice of you to do that with me. To be honest, I miss having a co-commentator. It's been a while. Yeah.
No, you miss someone who can back you up whilst you're running for repeat.
Yeah. It's a long stretch, man. It's a long stretch. It's like 4 hours. And you're drinking a lot of water. You're ready to burst. But yeah, that was about 2.5 years ago or 3.5 years ago. I mix up. But yeah, Bolotnik was working in a bar then, wasn't he? And he was up
exactly. Fought Mickey Nielsen, lost on split decision.
Yeah, he won that fight. I thought he won that.
Exactly. He won that fight, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
So brilliant. Anyway, back to Cold Wars 2. I see 2 dates are announced. Remind me, is 14th of October?
6th of October and 15th of October.
6th of October is coming.
And 15th of October, there are, I'm flying. I'm going there Friday. But there are 2 more dates, which the reason I haven't announced those, we're just preparing the posters, and I don't want to clutter all the information at once.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can tell you that one, that the 3rd show is also in October.
Yeah, okay.
And the fourth show is shortly, right at the beginning of November. Yeah. In fact, I tell you the dates.
Yeah,
Tell
go
you
on.
the dates. Is 30th of October, Battle 3, and the 2nd of November, Battle 4.
Amazing. I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
it's really big. And then I've got mega announcement to make, which I can't do it now. For the
Oh,
end of November, I'm dropping a bomb. Trust me.
ooh.
Yeah,
Set off the
yeah.
bomb. I look forward to that.
Peaceful bomb, not the bomb that people
Peaceful,
think. No,
peaceful, peaceful
no.
protest. No,
Yeah, peaceful bomb. Yeah,
no.
the good bomb.
Good bomb.
If there's such thing existing.
Yeah. Okay, mate. So let's start on the battle one at the beginning of October, on the 6th of October. You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Run us through the card, man. What's going down?
Okay. Andrei Sirotkin is fighting Grant Dennis. That fight's supposed to happen at Cold Wars 1. But Grant Dennis got a little minor injury during the sparring session when he was preparing. And we decided not to proceed. I said, Grant, be patient. Let's give it a miss. Sirotkin ain't going nowhere. If he's beating his opponent, that fight is happening. So get ready. So Grant is in fantastic shape now. He's really happy that he listened to advice and he listened to himself, first of all, and didn't rush in. So now the main event, Sirotkin against Grant Dennis, 10-rounder at middleweight, beautiful fight, quite evenly matched. I mean, I spoke to bookmakers. We kind of tried to create the odds, and it wasn't easy. I can tell you that. There's not much between them, although Sirotkin is kind of favorite and Grant is an underdog. If you're a real boxing man, you would look at their pedigree and you would look at latest performances. It's actually quite all about desire. Between those guys, it's all about desire. Who wants it more on the night? Yeah.
So obviously,
then there's a great.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. Would you want to ask something?
Well, no, I was just going to talk about Sirotkin. He fought on Cold Wars 1. We saw him fight John Ryder. He's with Vlad Krunov, I believe.
No,
he's not. Okay.
He's with Siesta Boxing.
He's with
now,
Siesta.
So.
Ooh.
Yes, he's with Siesta Boxing now. And Siesta Boxing's politics. I'll tell you what it is. I've got no personal preference, love, or care about any particular fighter. My job is to provide an opportunity. My job is to make sure you're fit, you're healthy, and you've got fights. Fights that you like with the purses that you accept. This is me at the moment. I mean, I've been a manager, I've been an advisor, I've been a matchmaker. So now I'm at that stage that I just would like to deliver for the television station, for the network, credible content and make sure that the fighters fighting regularly and they are happy to do so in doing so. That's where my ethos lays at the moment. And Sirotkin's ethos of being busy at back end of his career coincided with my wish. So we're working together. We're in partnership at the moment. So every fighter who's with Siesta Boxing is not just a member of my stable, is also my business partner.
Okay, good.
We work together. We decide who we're fighting, what kind of fights we want, what sort of purses we're dealing with, and where we're progressing. And is there a plan B if we're losing, or if there a plan B if we're winning, or what's happening further? That's what we all decide. It's like consensus, it's like a round table. Pure business. And I think that makes fighters feel more comfortable because they know what's happening. I mean, the problem with boxing always been the fighters were kept in the dark. They never knew what's happening, what's going on. So managers were the ones who were discussing with promoters. And now the most of the fighters I deal with, they self-managed.
Yeah. So
it's easy. With Sirotkin is very, same as with Grant Dennis. Joe Elfins was very, in fact, Joe was really, he played a really good card. He connected with me, Grant, and he said, all the finances and all this stuff, better to decide between us, and I'll deliver that to Grant. But all this stuff about photo shoots, dates, interviews, by all means, just communicate directly. So my people from my PR team, on Grant's case, so they communicating. It's all about trust, isn't it? If we trust each other, if we work in partnership, it doesn't matter if I'm your promoter and you're the manager of the fighter. We are the same team.
Yeah,
we've got we have to deliver. Okay. You for your fighter, I'm for my television network, and ultimately for each other.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So let's. Who else we got on battle one? We've got.
We've got brilliant. We've got brilliant. I seen your fight against Alexei Yevchenko.
Yeah.
Alexei Yevchenko. This is the guy who scrapped loads of zeros from records of Russian prospects.
Yes.
This is the guy you don't want to fight. But you know what? Byfield in that situation where he should and must take every fight comes his ways if there's a visibility of winning. So I think Byfield, if he's prepared properly, Asinia, he can beat Yevchenko. First of all, Yevchenko is a smaller man. Asinia is a bigger man. They approximately same level of boxing. Yes, Alex a bit more experienced, but Asinia is very experienced fighter as well. So him beating Yevchenko propel him into the different motion.
Yeah.
He's suddenly a contender.
Yeah. See, let's touch on Byfield. I know Asinia pretty well. Obviously from the Reading area. He's jumped straight into it. The first one he wasn't really fit. He fought Ismail Iliev, who's a decent operator, man. Really decent operator. Came in, nearly took him out. He was this close.
Yeah. Iliev was on the whisker.
He was, wasn't he? And he's a tough bloke, Ismail Iliev.
Very.
So your like philosophy, obviously, when I work with you, you want to make great fights. You want people to be in. It's about the fans. That's the vibe we're trying to go for there. That must be refreshing to work with Asinia. He's jumped into the neck. He's gone over to Minsk straight away. Yeah, how's it going with Asinia?
Man, it's going very well with Asinia. I tell you, let me just scrap this. Oh.
That's all right, mate.
Can you still hear?
Yeah, you're all good. Yeah.
Yeah. You just sometimes when calling, I'm declining. The sound disappearing. Anyway, I'll tell you this. Asinia Byfield is a pleasure to work with. You know why? Because the man is realistic. Man been on the streets. Man knows what it's like to be without fights. Man knows what it's like to be inactive. Man never, obviously Mickey Elliott worked with him and stuff, and they built some sort of record together. But as I said to you, life's too short to think about journeyman this, journeyman that, we're going to build you up. Times changed. They completely changed. Everything has to happen now. You need to be in 50, 60-40 fights. And Asinia is a massive advocate of that. As long as he's getting paid and he's got long enough leeway to prepare, he's happy to take any fight. And that's how fighters should be. I tell you about Yevchenko in return, his opponent. All he asks me ever is he tall, is he southpaw, unorthodox? And I'm saying, I'm going to send you box rec now. He says, if you want to. Honestly.
So
that's what he asked me.
Yeah.
Who knows Yevchenko? Who knows Yevchenko? That's the way that guy. Let me tell you that. British fighters, lately, I met a bit of controversy that people think maybe I'm a bit arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm realistic. And I tell you guys, it's UI creators of boxing. The Queensbury boxing rule and the sport originated from this country. But the amount of puss in boots is boxing on this island is absolutely unacceptable. It's about 65% of an absolute pussy is currently licensed as a professional boxers in this continent. And I tell you that because I've been through that many times as a matchmaker with Matchroom, as a matchmaker with other outfits, as a matchmaker and promoter for Siesta Boxing. I never met more pickers and choosers, the fighters, than in the UK. And I tell you what, guys, you ain't going nowhere. You'll be calling, looking for the fight, or quitting and going working as a roofer or electrician or for your father's company next year if you continue doing business with the same attitude. Times change. Now, the time to swim in, in the deep waters. So, you know what I mean? Because I'm pissed off. You know what? People saying, oh, we need to get breed. We need to get a breed. I'm saying, no, let me call my French brothers. Let me call my Italians. Let me call my Polish. People who don't fuck around. They just take the fight and they come to fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Manager saying, "Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, he's a good ticket seller. I don't give a fuck if he sells in Scunthorpe, whatever. I don't care. I've got fight offer. You don't want it? Tell me you don't want it. I don't want to hear your life story."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know
Simple
what
as
you mean.
that.
I know what you mean,
Simple
mate.
as that. So simple as that. So that's the situation. So, mate, I'm really, you know what? I think I'm just literally mentally, physically arrived to not to care.
Yeah, you
And
seem
this
well.
is why, yeah, this is where I need to be if I want to be a promoter. I understood that.
Good
I
man.
understood that. I
Good stuff.
understood that. When there's a fight offer, you want to fight, here's your purse. Oh, you're happy about the purse, but you're not sure. Okay, now you're in the wrong game. Ballet probably good for you. Oh,
Yeah.
still, it's a very skillful trade. I've been disrespectful. No.
Okay. All right. Nothing against ballet, everyone.
Paint and watch it dry. That's a good trade.
That's a good
You know
trade.
what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. So what else do we have on that battle one? Al, we've gone over the first two fights.
Yeah, we've got at battle one. I have also the debutant, David Rakanaev, is the very rare, is a Jewish fighter from Moscow. Yeah, from Moscow. He's 30 years of age. He's a multinational champion. He's been getting stitched up for the last 4 years. I don't know. I said to David 3 years ago, you need to turn pro. But he was telling me he's going to Olympics and all that stuff. And I said, you're not going to Olympics. You are not going to Olympics. Let me tell you that. Let's turn pro now. The guy is skilled. The guy can punch. The guy is very intelligent. One of the best body works I have ever seen in boxing. That guy is very exciting. I'm looking forward to his debut. I actually think he can fight on both battles, maybe battle 1 and battle 4. If he fights, very serious guy, actually ex-European medalist from Belarus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what
yeah,
weight is that? What weight, Al?
Super middleweight.
Middleweight. Nice.
Yeah. So that's a really good, and I've got really good undercard. I've got Kazakhstani guy fighting for the WBA Asian title against Ukrainian, Dolet Dokhanov. It's good, nice 5-6. The undercard consists of 6 really good fights, really well matched competitive fights. I'm just waiting for the secondary broadcaster any day now. So I'm just thinking we're going to be broadcasting in the UK. Might be Fight TV or might somewhere else. So we'll see. But it's definitely on Match TV in Russia, my new betting partner. I'm really grateful to them. They came up with the number I've asked, and that was very refreshing. And the company called Melbet, melbet.ru, their domain name. And if guys, they got really good odds, and if you got VPN at home, might have a go. You know, you never know. So you know what I'm saying.
Nice to have them. Well, brilliant. So that's battle 1. Battle 2. I see you've got a man I like very, very much who was on Fighting Luther in the shows we did in Bracknell. Renault Garrido,
exactly.
Le Lion. He'll be taking on Trajanovski. Is that correct? Yeah.
100%. And Garrido said, he texts me with French with this kind of thing. I'll give a good show. He goes, listen,
He always does.
I give you a very good show. Apparently, it might be his last fight. So he wants to put all in it and leads and tweets it and said, brother, please don't give up. You know what I mean?
That's
so
nice. We had Lee out here this week, so yeah.
Yeah, which is very sweet of him. And I like Ren. Ren is a real fighter, a true fighter. He's never going to back down in front of anybody, including Eddie Trajanovski, who is a serious operator. And we've got big plans. But as I said to Trajanovski, mate, Garrido will come to fight. You will have to overcome that guy. Ain't no joke. He's not walking the park, trust me, by all stretch of imagination. And he's been with the people like yourself, probably in the ring before. And Eddie just training and preparing for the fight really seriously. Listen, this fight is much, much, much better than it's on paper. Although on paper, the real hardcore fans know that it's a good fight.
No, I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's a good one. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have on battle 2, Al?
Man, we've got Jermaine Brown fight Dmitry Judinov. Thank you for that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. So Dimitri's back. What's going on with Dimitri? You've worked with Dimitri before. I've actually worked with Dimitri before. The Night Wolf.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, interesting.
Dmitry Chudinov is back on the scene. He had nose operation about 5 months ago. He can breathe properly now. He's training. He's tanked. He's trimmed. And he's fighting Jermaine Brown, of all people. And Jermaine is working with Siesta Boxing and Adam Martin, his manager and trainer. We work together now. Yeah. So I said, okay, if you want a real profile fight, if you want a real test immediately, Dmitry Chudinov is your. They couldn't believe it. I mean, it's a great fight, you know. So that's happening.
Jermaine Brown. So he's working with you as well. This Siesta Boxing stable, I didn't realize it was so big.
Man, it's getting big. We have about 17 Brits now and foreigners, and about 25 Russians and Ukrainians and Azerbaijanis. Yeah, I mean, I will announce due course very soon all the stuff, because I'm also not signing some of them on the trial. So I'm giving them the fights. I want to see how they perform, and then we're gonna form that powerful stable. I've got some absolute monsters. Trust me.
Yeah.
We're talking Brady's level. We're taking Brady's level. We're talking serious guys.
Okay.
Serious. I just made some really good signings. I've been to Moscow for 2 weeks on trials, visiting sparrings, talking to the teams, making contracts. So I will announce very, very soon. I promised you, once I will land a solid broadcaster, you will see what's going to be happening on the landscape.
Good man. Good stuff. I'm happy for you, Al. I really am. So let's talk. I want to talk about another guy you've signed, Zach Chelli. Robbed blind against Jack Cullen on Matchroom Fight Camp. I had a chat with him. He had that same sort of philosophy that you were just speaking about. You've got to be ready to fight. He's proved that by jumping up to light heavyweight to fight Cody Davis. Took the Jack Cullen fight. He was a very good fighter, by the way. Last minute, Umar Sadiq. He also said he wanted a piece of Dmitry Chudinov in my interview with him.
Fedor Chudinov.
Oh, that was Fedor Chudinov. Excuse me. Even tougher. Even tougher. So it proves my point even more. Tell me about that signing, Al. Tell me about Zach Chelli.
Zach Chelli is a very talented young kid who I know for a while. I know him and his father for 4 years. I had him sparring with one of the Latvian prospects, light heavyweights, 4 years ago, and I got overwhelmed with his physical presence, his desire, and the madness, the energy. His father is a crazy man. I loved it. You know what? That type of passion, I'm an advocate of that type of passion because I can contain that passion. So we teamed up very recently. And Jack Cullen, I mean, you can say it was a robbery, but I think Zach possibly underperformed in that fight because in theory, he should have banged him out.
Yeah, he still won.
That's it. I said, Zach, if you would have done a cleaner job on Jack Cullen, there wouldn't been any questions. If you left it to the judges, it means like it was iffy. Yeah. But we know what happened. And Zach has fantastic announcement to make. The team Siesta Boxing and Team Chelli. I think it will be. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It will be announced very soon, and I think it's exciting. And we're working, man. We're working. I know. I'm not as excited at the moment on camera as usually I am. I'm not as crazy because I'm tired. But man, believe me, behind the scenes, there's loads of positives going on. Fantastic. I'm really, really glad. I'm so happy, and I'm just trying to think, how will I keep it together? All this beautiful goodness.
Yeah. No, you seem well. You seem in a good place, huh? You seem.
Yeah.
You've got a big smile on your face. You do look tired, but. Who does? So do I. Look at me.
No, you look fresh, actually. You're lying. You look very fresh.
Well, look at the bags, man.
No, you look fresh. Trust me. You look fresh.
Thank you.
You look fresher than I remember you.
I don't sound it. Want to ask, let's talk about the main man, Luther Clay. How's Luther?
Luther is good, back to training.
Good.
We've got plans for him for the end of November, beginning of December, against quite durable guy, probably foreign. If Eddie won't deliver Tamil Kamucha, which I think he won't, because he's got far more serious things to focus on. I'll bring Luther to Kold Wars.
Yeah.
And he will fight on one of the events. And it will be a really beautiful addition to my television broadcast.
Yeah. Well, what did you make of the Congo fight? What did you make of it?
Luther underperformed. I think Chris fought a really good game.
Class.
I don't know if Chris would watch this interview, but Luther wants a rematch badly.
Of course.
In a couple of fights, he said, listen, I was out of my depth on understanding of certain things, but I really want to try to fight Chris again, just as a measure, and hopefully not to detriment of Chris's status. So maybe I will bring Luther up to that some certain point when Chris realized that fighting Luther Clay is actually as lucrative and as rewarding, beating him as it was this time. Yeah. And then the fight will make sense and we can have it again, you know. But overall, Chris fought very clever fight. I mean, Luther was marching forward at the end. I think he was a bit careless and disrespectful at times. And he found out about boxing pedigree, and he learned a bit of a hard way about it, you know. Yeah. So he also learned that he, as much as a granite chin he's got and the Zulu warrior he is, he could be down like any normal fighter. And yeah, so he had massive educational lesson, I think, which is brilliant. I mean, you don't lose, you don't learn.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately the situation. So
that's good.
Am I pleased? Am I disappointed? Yes, I am a bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm looking forward for Luther's maturing periods. He will be maturing now. He's more mature. And I'm grateful to Chris Congo to being an educator at this particular time, you know.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
And I wish Chris Congo all the best. And I think he will be finding it difficult to get matched. And maybe he will find himself in this maze of not knowing who's he fighting next.
Well, he has been.
And I gladly will provide him endless opportunities, Chris. Trust me. I know minimum 4 people who will fight you now, and who's rewarding for you, and they all rated with the WBO, for example.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, he was. It was good to see Chris Congo out because he is known. He's well known within the industry as being high quality, but
he is high quality.
He showed it. He showed it. Luther's a very.
What I'm scared of, that after Dillian Whyte will get stopped for the second time by Povetkin, which is about 90%.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Congo might find himself in slightly no man's land because I don't want to expand on that, but just geopolitical reasons.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So, and it will be shame for this guy. He's 28 years old, I believe. He's coming to his prime. And as I said to you, as a promoter, my duty to give a good fighter an opportunity. And there are plenty of opportunities around, despite the fact that there's no crowds. So after spectacular performance by Chris Congo on Povetkin's White's undercard, I'm sure Russian television network will be happy to accommodate.
Okay, cool.
You know, just in case Sky can't find a placement for him.
Yeah. So things are all a bit up in the air.
Look, Conor Ben will not fight him at the moment. We know that.
No,
neither Chris Jenkins. I mean, Liam Taylor, possibly. Mike McKinson, 100% will fight him now.
Okay, cool.
So there are fights. I just called 2 fights which could be made easily. So this is just Ross Garrity. If you're hearing me from Matchroom Boxing, here's something for you to focus on for Chris Congo.
Good stuff.
It's there.
Good stuff.
Don't forget to send me my commission.
Let's finish on this. You touched on Povetkin, Dillian Whyte. You said there that Povetkin's going to knock out Dillian Whyte again, 90% sure.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Why do you think that?
Because there's levels.
Okay.
And 41 years old Olympic champion will always find a way against the kickboxer from Brixton.
Okay. All right.
And not being disrespectful to Deal, being a tough man and a strong guy and a decent boxer doesn't give you enough ammunition to compete with an elite.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people would agree with you.
I mean, people got angry with me. I lost lots of followers on Twitter since I've been very vocal and saying that Dillian getting banged out in the first fight. Guys, honestly, that was a foregone conclusion. Not because I'm some sort of Nostradamus or some arrogant guy or whatever. Honestly, it's just like I saw post by KSI about that he reckons he will beat Mike Tyson now. Did you see that?
No, I don't watch.
There's a tweet like that, and I was angered. I'll tell you why I was angered. Number one, he's gonna get absolutely killed within a round, yeah, by Tyson, because it's all about levels. But I tweeted to Mick Hennessy and Idris Virgo, guys, KSI, fight against KSI and Idris Virgo on Channel 5. This is the fight that they absolutely need to pursue. This is the levels that Idris Virgo can be shining. It's KSI. Okay. Trust me. If I would have been if I would have been Idris Virgo's manager, John, if you're hearing me, Mick Hennessy, guys, pursue that fight. You've got Pretty Boy from Love Island against the chubby YouTuber who's now thinking he's some sort of second coming of Christ in boxing. This is your chance to make that fight. This is your chance to make that fight. That's for it. Don't waste our time in professional boxing ring on Channel 5 showing us the fights of that guy. Make that fight happen. You will earn lots of money, lots of publicity, and that actually will be a great crossover fight because I do believe approximately they're on a similar level. Yes, KSI will be bigger, but with Idris Virgo having a bit of a better pedigree and alleged 400 or whatever it is unlicensed fights he had in between visiting Love Island, yeah? So that will be a great fight. Don't forget to send me my commission for the creation.
Innovation, my friend, innovation. Yeah. Al, Siesta. It's been wicked to catch up, my friend.
Adam Noble 40. What's happening?
This, that, and everything. I might come over to Minsk. Who knows?
You need to, man. You need to.
Yeah, I think
I'll take you to Lukashenko's palace.
Yes, I can't wait to meet him. Yes, Al Siesta, thank you for talking to pro boxing fans. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch up with you soon.
You're welcome, bro. Bye.